An incredible and gross breakthrough in toothpaste technology. What a weird week.
Hi, everybody, it's Weird.
This is like crazy being here.
Weird.
Really weird tales.
Bigfoot eats out of my trash.
Well, I got a great joke for you today with some wonderful weird stuff.
Hi, friends. I'm Scott. This is What a Weird Week. It's a show where we look back at the stories from the news. We pick out the weird, the fun, the interesting stories, and you can get all of the show notes if you go to shownotes.page or anything about our podcast, shownotes.page. Here's our episode for Friday, August 15, 2025.
Number 10.
Number 10 is a meteorite story. It's a follow-up to a story from earlier this summer where a meteorite comes crashing through the roof of a home in Atlanta, United States of America. So fast forward to now, they've analyzed the thing. It turns out that meteorite, they say it was the size of a cherry tomato. By the way, pretty scary. Comes crashing through the roof. This, I think, a rare midday fireball. It comes crashing through the roof, hole in the roof, but it also ruined the laminate flooring. It only stopped when it hit concrete under the flooring. Well, they've analyzed it. It is older than planet Earth. That's why it's back in the headlines. It's very, very old, 20 million years older than planet Earth, that thing that came crashing through the roof in Atlanta earlier this summer.
Number 9.
Number 9 is the drug that they have discovered turns your blood into poison for mosquitoes. It's a drug that's been around and is used to treat a rare illness, but they have discovered it also will turn your blood into poison for mosquitoes. And this is important because we have diseases like malaria and other diseases that are spread by mosquitoes. And this mosquito poison drug is even effective on mosquitoes when they spray, let's say, to try to prevent malaria. They spray for mosquitoes. Some mosquitoes are now insecticide resistant. Well, this mosquito poison drug still works on those mosquitoes. So that's important. More research needed. It could save lives and prevent diseases. Exactly how? I'm not sure. Are they going to give me the mosquito poison drug and I'm going to walk around and be bitten by mosquitoes, or how's that going to work? To be continued, but it is promising, the mosquito poison drug.
Number 8.
This one seems a bit gross at first. When you read the headline from the New York Post, it's about toothpaste and what toothpaste will be made of in the future. It's supposed to save us all from tooth decay. But the headline is, toothpaste made out of hair could be on the shelves in 2 years. Scientists say it's the secret to stopping tooth decay. So that sounds gross, right? A big old tube of human hair to brush your teeth with. But it's not really that. It's keratin. As far as benefiting you dentally, keratin is better than fluoride, they say in this article. So that's kind of it. If you want to do a deep dive on hair toothpaste, we'll leave a link in the show notes or click shownotes.page.
Number 7.
Number 7 is PG-13. Kids, please put on your earmuffs. PG-13. This is the article in the New York Post, in case you missed it. They're reporting on a medical journal or a medical write-up, an unusual case, a lady in China who was constantly in a state of happy, happy fun times. No matter what she did, happy, happy fun times. Just a barrage of pleasure. And so she could not do school, could not hold down a job, relationships out of the question. How can you focus on anything when you never knew when the next wave of happy, happy fun times was coming along? So the doctors, it took years. They did a bunch of tests and they finally figured out, let's try antipsychotic drugs. And that did the trick for the lady. That calmed things down. So maybe you're in that situation. Perhaps someone you know. Maybe you thought it was just your cross to bear. You had to go through life experiencing that. Well, there is help out there. We'll link to the article. Click shownotes.page.
Number 6.
Number 6 is a technological breakthrough that is going to be life-changing, but the science, oh my gosh, the science. Here's one of the lines from the article. Scientists developed wide bandgap perovskite indoor solar cells with an indoor power conversion efficiency of 37.6% under typical office lighting. Right? Exciting? Good night, Irene, when I'm reading this thing. But I thought this is good news. We should put this in. It's not weird. It's just interesting. And we got to get some good news on this week. It essentially is about the Internet of Things. All our smart devices could charge when maybe never have to be plugged in again. Based on this new breakthrough, things can charge just based on the light in your kitchen or in the lunchroom at work. And the article says that we are on our way to 500 billion connected devices in the coming years. 500 billion, half a trillion connected devices? So that's going to gobble up a lot of power. If we don't have to plug stuff in, that's going to make the world a better place. Ooh, I'm winded. I think we made it through that one. Wasn't easy. Coming up, we have a story that is an incredible breakthrough in chicken nuggets technology. What a weird week. Counting down the top 10 weird news stories of the week.
Number 5.
Number 5 is a Christmas story. There was a Christmas story in the headlines this week. When you look at the photo, though, you might think, oh, what's happening here? This is a bishop. This is a bishop inviting some people in bicycle helmets to his church. But that's not what's going on. Apparently, that is Santa Claus in the photo. I never saw, so I'll paint the picture for you. A purple mitre hat, a staff, and some sort of purple cloak. I had never seen Santa Claus dressed that way before. Where I live, Santa is always rocking the red and white suit, black belt. So Santa Claus dressed in the purple, and in the photo, he's handing a letter to some people in bicycle helmets and bicycle shorts. They are elves who also work at the post office. And I have to say, props to Santa for shaking things up. Instead of Santa receiving the letter, he's mailing a letter, which you don't get too often in the traditional literature. So what is happening here is some postal employee elves are going to cycle from the town of St. Nicholas in Germany and raise awareness and bring some letters to Santa Claus Village in Finland. And I guess they do it every year. It's a 3,000 kilometer journey that's around 1,800 and something miles. And they do it via bicycle because they want to, as near as I can tell. It's because they want to. And that's about that. We'll put a link in the show notes if you want to do a deeper dive into this story. Maybe you need a little Christmas right this very minute.
Number 4.
Number 4 is the incredible breakthrough in chicken nuggets technology. Kind of. Go with me here. So there's a write-up in Study Finds about licorice root extract. They've been experimenting with licorice root extract, and they're treating pre-cooked chicken with licorice root extract. And it makes it last longer. In some cases, double the shelf life for the pre-cooked chicken. I've said before how I love it when researchers go back to things we've already had for a long time. In this case, licorice. And they're like, let's have another look at licorice. Maybe it can do something else for us. And in this case, it did do something for us. It can extend the shelf life of pre-cooked chicken. So imagine a scenario where you go to your favorite chicken Nuggs drive-thru. You know how they always say, oh, we're waiting on fresh Nuggs. Can you pull ahead, please? Unless they don't do it where you're at. Congratulations, VIP. They always do it where I am. Imagine if they were like, you don't have to pull ahead because your Nuggs are still fresh because we're using licorice root extract. We'd be living in a wonderful society where Nuggs are always fresh, right?
Number 3.
Number 3 is the trending soft drink that comes out of Germany. It's called Zerbe. They say it's a natural non-alcoholic soft drink that promises the full flavor of the alpine forest. It is a pine-flavored pop or soft drink, soda. I'm not sure about it, but I've learned to not judge until you have a chance to taste the pine-flavored soda. And I do like the idea of pine fresh breath. I mean, that might be something where you've had some garlic fingers or some stinky cheese, just a nice hunk of stinky cheese, and then you wash it down with a pine soda, and all of a sudden you're fresh as a daisy. Oh, wait, fresh as a pine tree. Daisy soda, that's next. That's next week.
Number 2.
Number 2 is the nuclear power plant that had to shut down because of jellyfish invasion. This is in northern France. They recently had a shutdown. One of the largest nuclear power plants in Europe. It's along the coastline. It takes in seawater to cool its reactor. Well, that seawater area was chock full of jellyfish. And so it was a full-on invasion. And I think it triggered an automatic shutdown. So they have a filtration system or jellyfish detector system, something, and an automatic shutdown was triggered. That's what happened. There's no word in the article we linked to if the jellyfish were somehow irradiated, became radioactive, and now have superpowers. They're super jellies. I'm pretty sure that's the case, but I just can't say for sure right now. We don't have any, I can't back it up with any sources. Honorable mention. This week, our honorable mention goes to Tej, the paranormal investigator lady on YouTube who made headlines because she said she lives with 54 haunted dolls. It's a lot of dolls. Even if they're not haunted, that's a lot of dolls. They'd be everywhere. A lot of doll faces staring at you when you walk in the doll room. That would be a little creepy, but then when they're haunted, well, good night, Irene. Hey? One of the things that Tej says the haunted dolls will do is they will fire off her smart speaker in the middle of the night playing her favorite song. You know, that doesn't seem blood-curdling, but it would be off-putting. We'll link to that YouTube channel and also the news story if you click the show notes, shownotes.page. Honorable mention. A couple more honorable mentions. One of them is what is believed to be a great white shark, a large shark suspected to be a great white, swimming near several public beaches off the coast of Maine, United States of America. That doesn't happen every day that a great white shark is off the coast of Maine. So honorable mention. Be safe, friends in Maine. And the other one is the alligator that a fellow caught, a fisher person, somebody fishing, caught an alligator in Pennsylvania, in a lake in Pennsylvania. And it just so happened the fellow was a Florida sanctuary operator who was in town. He was in Pennsylvania and he's fishing and he caught an alligator in Pennsylvania. That doesn't happen very often either.
Number one
this week is the lady from New York who found the 2.3 carat diamond at the Arkansas Crater of Diamonds State Park. Now, we've talked about this about once a year. We'll have a story where somebody finds a nice sized diamond at the state park where you're allowed to go and look for diamonds. And the state park also has diamond in the name. Still, pretty exciting. And it always makes headlines when somebody finds a diamond at the place named after diamonds. This lady says she's going to use it. She vowed a couple of years ago that she would find the diamond for her engagement ring. She would find her own engagement ring diamond. And she did it. Mission accomplished. And that's all she wrote for this week's What a Weird Week episode. I appreciate your listening. You can get everything we talked about in more detail. Get all the show notes at shownotes.page. We'll catch you next Friday with some more weird stuff, fun stories from the news on What a Weird Week. Hi friends, it's Scott again. If you stuck around till this portion of the show, here's a bonus track. The other day, it was National Tattoo Removal Day, and we wrote a song inspired by actual events, a cautionary tale. Maybe it's earmuffs, kids, PG-13. It's not really, but it might seem a bit saucy. Here is our National Tattoo Removal Day song, Tattoo Regret.
Tattoo regret. Tattoo regret.
I don't have the cash for tattoo removal yet. Well, her name was Agnes Glasscock, and I loved her to the moon. I didn't know it then, but our relationship was doomed. I got her name in cursive tattooed across my back. Then she left me for the tattooist, and that's a cold hard fact. That's a cold hard fact. Tattoo regret. I thought our love would last. Tattoo regret. But it was over fast. Now all of the guys are wondering why I wear a shirt in the sun and shade. Agnes Glasscock tattoo, I regret the choice I made. Agnes Glasscock tattoo. Was that even your real name? It wasn't, was it, Agnes? Oh, Agnes.